Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll leave it with him. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now he's going to break the pocket. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Bringing the heat. Going to try to get it himself. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
And the Blue Devils are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. The Blue Devils send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28. NC State quick to the line. Back to pass, it's Van Buren. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Hunt is in the air. Pulls it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Oh, he's got some space. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Van Buren. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, NC State.
Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Finds his man, it's Pryor.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
They'll try to power their way ahead. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Get it out on the screen. He gets it inside the 40, but he'll be stopped at the 39. Not wide enough to move the sticks, and it's fourth down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up third and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. And the offense suddenly, with an opportunity it couldn't have expected, with a first and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
After that incompletion, it's now fourth and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get sets?
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. The give on the option. Runs from the tackle. Done enough for the first down. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. NC State going up tempo.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Wants to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Maddox. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Guys, time has expired here in the quarter, and Duke is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Fires to the right. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
No, and that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to take off. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself the chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Hold it. Finds his man on the left. Still running at the 40. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. He's looking to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's McLaurin. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
The Blue Devils will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the threes. We need sixes.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Duke! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that first down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
I think a really big key in the RPO game is having really good rhythm and timing. Offense didn't have it there, and that's why it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll try to get outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. At the 45, on his way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the gun, give on the inside. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. Hauls it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Field goal is good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is just getting blown off the field today.
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. And the Blue Devils moving quickly to the line. Handoff from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the missed field goal, this lead still sitting at 13. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. On target. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Got the first down himself. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
One more snap coming before halftime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Oh, and he missed it. No good. That one may sting a little, guys. Instead of getting it down to 10, feeling good about things, still a 13-point lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
From the gun, the running back has it. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. NC State quick to the line. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Offense heads back out onto the field. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put some... Oh, he's got some space! They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
They go to the ground. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The Blue Devils with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
You know, if you're going to complete these dagger throws, you've got to have great anticipation as a quarterback. You almost got to throw it before the receiver comes out of the break. You need better timing on it.
Screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. He's looking downfield to throw. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. Here's the return. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Pocket breaking down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field. And it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Punt is on its way. And he muffs it. It's loose.
Well, a lot of things going wrong for this team right now, certainly on offense, and now you're seeing it in the special teams as well. This punt return is one he's got to be able to field and at least hold on to the football. I understand he's trying to go score a touchdown, but you can't lose sight of your fundamentals, and that turnover is really a microcosm of all the problems that they've been having today.
Setting up the screen. They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen. NC State going up tempo. He leaves it with his back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Back's looking for the goal line. Touchdown, North Carolina State! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. OHIO. Ohio State is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout to remember. They're up by 17 over Washington. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. This time on target. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
when you run the slant route day one. And this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop.
We'll take over first and 7.
The give to the back. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Gives it on the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Van Buren. Makes the grab, it's Maddox. Open space at the 25. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Quick strike touchdown comes out and jumpstarts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He's got him. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
first snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Off play action on first down. Unloads it left. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Love that. Nice hands and also beautiful awareness by the receiver to make that grab inbounds.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Using his legs, it's Maddox.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Wants to throw. It's Van Buren. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Makes the catch at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Fights off the defender. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
NC State has to come up with a big play here on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Makes the grab. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Power football with the run.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
It's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time and get to that first down marker.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Gets it out quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this. Be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
They'll test the right side. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Van Buren. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They'll run the screen.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense. And I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go. So you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep and don't let anyone get behind you.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the first down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. A first down for the offense. They'll go to the air. This time he's got his man. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
There he goes. Touchdown, Blue Devils. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. How about this? A two-point conversion coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. Can't hit his man in the end zone. The two-point conversion fails, and it remains a 5-point game here in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, there have been way too many incompletions for this offense in this game. It's a big reason why they're trailing, obviously. They've never been able to get into a rhythm, and at this juncture here on a 2-minute situation in your own end, you got to find ways to start throwing completions somewhere out on the field to get back in this game.
Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
Takes the handoff. It's Henson. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Turns it on in midfield. What a great job to get out of there, pick up the first down, get out of bounds, clock stopped, and now they'll reset.
Fourth quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's...
Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. Defense falls on the ball.